Season's greetings from the Crowe family. One of the cliches about getting older is that there is a tendency to spend the remaining time pondering life's meanings and paradoxes. Like most cliches, it arises from a kernel of truth. I suppose that is a cliche about cliches. One paradox that has caught my attention recently is that we seem to go through this life absolutely alone, together. By this I mean, the life I experience is uniquely my own, with no one else having the same thoughts, feelings, memories, or aspirations. In this sense, the experience of being alive is an internal and solitary event. Yet, as I've gotten older, I've noticed that I don't feel alive until this internal experience is shared with those on the outside of the universe between my ears, particularly those closest to me, my family and friends. My world of within lacks a dimension that makes it superficial. It is made up of the what, when, and where, but it lacks any depth until the who is applied. I have come to believe that sharing what I sense as life validates being alive, turning it from a cold, lonely exercise to a meaningful adventure. I believe that we invigorate ourselves, in the truest sense of that word, when we are, as a prerequisite, with other people, but more importantly, when we connect with them. With this belief comes the understanding that we humans are utterly dependent on our fellow travelers through this life to appreciate that we are alive, a fact that is best embraced and celebrated. And the holidays are a perfect time for this. So in the spirit of sharing, here's a bit of what the Crowe family has been up to in 2024. Sabrina is in the home stretch of her college experience and is on target to graduate in May. Through work and school, she continues to develop the life skills that hopefully will serve her as she moves forward. Maggie graduated from Clemson and is working as a registered nurse in Greenville, South Carolina. She travels frequently and has added running marathons to her resume as she continues to spread her wings. Ashley and Joe continue to live in London and have adapted and thrived in their international environment. They continue to travel and have crossed the pond frequently to come home and manage their real estate holdings and keep in touch with family. Lindsay continues to work as a teacher and published 2 articles on a major horse racing website this spring. Husband John continues to nurse his own writing business, and their son Will is enjoying 3rd grade, memorizing the multiplication tables, excelling in his physical therapy, and even picking this year's Kentucky Derby winner. Trevor has continued to work on his ranch training horses, as well as chipping away at an endless list of projects. He had a successful hunting season as an outfitter in the Colorado wilderness to top off the year. Evan is now a seasoned emergency physician, homeowner, and citizen of Ocala. Along with his girlfriend Megan, they recently hosted our family Thanksgiving, which was a great success. They have had many travels this year and joined Lynn and I for a memorable Alaska cruise in the fall. Troy and Brittany married in January in an online ceremony with witnesses literally from across the globe. A few months later, they announced that a new arrival would be expected around Christmas. Sharing the joy of anticipating a new life has been a particularly gratifying part of 2024. Unfortunately, our family was also touched by loss, as we shared in mourning the loss of our beloved Poppy, who died in June after a brief illness. Lynn's stepfather and my good friend, Howard Slavens, will leave a meaningful legacy in the wake of a life well lived. Lynn and I shared our year together with few obstacles in our path. Lynn has had a healthy year running and managing our family, that is to say, the dogs and me. She and I have had wonderful travels this year, going to Montana, Alaska, and of course Colorado and the U.S., as well as trips to England, French Polynesia, Canada, and Portugal. And I had a year where I stayed out of the operating room and got back to running in some semblance of physical fitness, or at least what passes for that at age 71. For myself, and I believe our family, this year we have all successfully lived our lives individually, yet together. And for this I'm grateful, because I think this is the measure of a good year. Our family wishes yours the happiest of holidays, with an abundance of hope for the upcoming year.